What is up, everybody? Stevie B here from Dynasty Life Fantasy Football. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 guys that I like, sleepers of mine, in the 4th round of rookie drafts, right? Everybody's always asking, who do we draft in the 4th round? These are the guys who are available. Who do I look at? So I'm going to give you 3 guys that I like to look at in that 4th round. Before we get into it, guys, just do me a quick favor there. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you do play Dynasty Fantasy Football. Let's get into it. First guy up is Puka Nakua. This guy I've been on before the draft, was one of my kind of sleeper guys, one of my guys that I liked. Wound up going in the 5th round of the draft to the Rams. A nice spot there. You've got Stafford, you've got Kupp, and pretty much nobody else. Puka can play inside, he can play outside. Probably be used in the slot at some decent college production as well. I mean, led his team at least in receptions, in receiving yards with 5 touchdowns, and then added another 200 yards on the ground. So some kind of jet sweeps, reverses, stuff like that, just getting the ball into Puka's hands. So a guy that can separate, can line up all over the field, and can make acrobatic catches, I think is going to be excellent for this offense, since there's really nobody there except for Cooper Kupp right now. So love me some Puka. Grab him in that 4th round of your rookie drafts. He's a crazy great value right now. The next guy I'm looking at in that 4th round is going to be Parker Washington. Gets drafted in the 6th round to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Nice spot for him. Also a spot where he's got a franchise quarterback that he can try and grow with. 5'10", 204. Broke out as a freshman, had 6 touchdowns, 489 yards. Some solid college production. Finished 2nd on the team in receiving yards in 2021 behind Jahan Dotson. Missed some games in 2022, but he was a leading receiver, but finished his career there with top 15 in career receptions, top 15 in receiving yards, top 15 in receiving touchdowns for Penn State. A guy that is built more like a running back. I mean, he can do some damage with the ball in his hands, his yards after catch. So get him the football and see what he can do. I think he fits well in the Jacksonville offense when you've got Ridley, you've got Kirk, and now you've got Parker Washington, who might not get as much burn early on, but later on in the season can possibly try and find himself a role. But Parker Washington, a guy to look at in that 4th round of your rookie draft. Another guy to look at in that 4th round of your rookie drafts is going to be running back Chris Rodriguez. Goes to the Washington Commanders in the 6th round. I mean, 6 foot 217. He's got some size. He can catch the football as well. Can run. Had good college production. Had 1,378 yards in 2021 with 13 touchdowns. 11 touchdowns a year before that. Broke out in 2019 at 20 years old, and then 2022 had some legal issues. Did not get to play the full season. Played in only 8 games, but had 904 yards and 6 touchdowns in those 8 games. Goes to a Commanders team with only Brian Robinson, Antonio Gibson, and Jarrett Patterson. He can easily beat out Jarrett Patterson for that 3rd spot. And on top of that, if there an injury happens to either Gibson or an injury happens to Brian Robinson, Chris Rodriguez is going to be the guy that steps right up into that role. If Brian Robinson were to get injured, I think Chris Rodriguez is the guy that steps into that early down role. Gibby keeps that 3rd down and pass catching role. So Chris Rodriguez, a guy, stash on your benches, throw him on the taxi if you need to, but 4th round draft pick or even undrafted if he goes in your leagues. Pick him up, stash him. That's going to wrap it up for this video, guys. Those are 3 guys I'm looking at in the 4th round of rookie drafts. I've got another video coming out, as well as some undrafted free agents that we should be looking at. So going a little bit deeper for those of you that play in deeper leagues or deeper benches. So stay tuned for that video. But before we get out of here, guys, let me know down there in the comments what you think about these guys. Did you draft some of these guys? How do you feel about them? And do me a quick favor, hit that like, hit that subscribe if you do play Dynasty Fantasy Football. Appreciate y'all.